Hey there, David Corson, publisher, editor, Commercial Construction and Renovation Magazine. Thanks for chiming in. Hey, today is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. It's the last day of Q3 and tomorrow starts Q4. It's late. It's about 11 o'clock and I hadn't got I'm just a extremely busy day and I'm just up here in my studio. This is my first video that I've done. Hopefully you'll like it, but this is what the new studio looks like. And just had a long, long day and said to myself, ooh, I need to go do my word of the day. So I was going outside. Had a long sleeve shirt on, and I was like, "Ooh, it's chilly out there." I go, "I'm going up to the studio. I'm going to get this done. See what the lighting looks like and so forth." So hopefully you like it. Hey, here's my word of the day for Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, as we go into Q4 tomorrow. And that word is victory. Yeah, victory. What a wonderful word. Everybody wants to be victorious in some way or another, but you know what? To be victorious, man, you got to take action. You got to work. You got to practice. You got to put your game face on. You got to be able to, win. When you don't win, you learn. You got to be able to deal with it, and you got to stay positive. You got to have a positive mindset. You got to laugh. You got to have fun. You got to smile. It's just so many things come in to being victorious or victory. And one of my favorite movies was Apocalypse Now, and Rob Duvall. He was well, I guess he was the commander of the cavalry, and they're going into the beachhead. They want to surf, and anyway, he takes the beachhead, and they're surfing, and the bombs are going off in the waves, and but anyway, he has I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It's the smell of victory. I know some people might not like that, but you know what? It was a great scene, and what an unbelievable movie. But you know what? Victory is, man. I mean, every game day, I'm thinking about winning. If I'm thinking about winning, I probably have a pretty good chance of being victorious. Just like if you have a positive mindset all day, when you wake up, you go through the whole day positive and you go through your whole night positive, and then when you go to bed positive, when you get up the next morning, you're probably going to have a positive and you're probably going to have a victorious day. If you practice all week and do everything you have to do, and when game day comes, you're probably going to have a better chance of getting a W on the board and and having a victory, or a learn. They're both good in my book. Remember, you either win or you learn. You never lose. But business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing in a 24-hour day, if you have victory involved in that, and that's crossing the finish line, and whatever you're doing, I don't care if it's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, making the bed, brushing your teeth, washing your car, cleaning the toilet, whatever it might be. You gotta have, and you want to have victory. You gotta have that mindset to get there. Athletics. It's all about winning. Okay, it's all about winning. But you gotta have class. You gotta have professionalism. You gotta practice. You will play as you practice. You're gonna have to do everything to keep your body in shape, your mindset, physically, mentally. There's so many things that go into being a winner and being victorious. And in athletics, there's nothing like, having victory, and listen, I never liked blowing a team out 15 nothing. I like close games or fairly close games because they're just much more intense and it brings out the best of people, especially when their backs are against the wall and they pull out a game, that no one thought you were going to do. And they remember that stuff, that's what legends are made of when people are victorious. When you get to the top of the mountain, the precipice, the summit, you know, just you're at the top of your game and you raise that cup and people know, man, hey man, that's the most unbelievable film. I've been on one undefeated team, 21-0, my AAA team here in Atlanta when I was on the ice and after my college days. And I blew my first ACL out in the semifinals and the championship. And I told my wife, I go, look, I've never been on an undefeated team. We've already beaten this team twice. That's in the championship during the season. We have, it's very tough to beat a team three times. But I'm telling you, I played on one leg, and we won that game. And I have a picture of myself holding up this cup. And the next week I had surgery, and I was off the ice for a year. I had to go through rehab. My son was getting born in April, a couple months later. So my wife was like, no golf, no working out. No, I just was going through rehab. But that victory, oh man. But you know what? when I was going through my rehab and my new ligament in my leg, I didn't get bummed out. Do you know why? Because I just remembered I just won the championship on an undefeated season, and I held the cup. I still remember like it was yesterday, and I still get giddy when I think about it, you know. But business, personal athletics, life, sleep, man, victory. If victory is, in your verbiage, or it's in your mindset, or people think about you when they see you, out there getting stuff done, and they know that you're victorious and you're a winner, you play to win. It is such a cool feeling, especially when it's third hand. Hey, I was talking to so and so about, your game, and your victory that you had, man, and you were like, a really big part of that. And yeah, no, I was just doing my thing, not all the games. Hey, I just give it all out there. I treat all the games the same. I leave everything at 150%, leave it all on the field. I play with a little chip on my shoulder, but not dirty, and I want to get things done. But in athletics, if the word victory or victorious is, basically someone, ties to you, man, you're doing things right. Keep doing it. All right. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay. And you're not going to win all the games. But if you work on, your all the things that are entailed to becoming, victory, and when it's all said and done, man, it's an awesome feeling. I'm telling you, raising that cup was the most amazing time of my life. Other than, I think I broke 80 once. I had a shot at 79, and I didn't keep score that day. That was a victory. Because you know what? If the guy told me on the 17th hole, hey, David, if you par these holes, you're going to shoot a 79, I would have shanked the ball in the water. But I'm telling you, when we won 21 or no, that was awesome. When DU won their 10th, the 10th championship, hey, national championship, that was a victory. Hey, man, I felt great, even though I wasn't even on the ice. I was on the ice years ago for DU, and lax. So, but victory in athletics, man, it is so important. It's such a good feeling. You can sense it, you can seal it, you can feel it, you can taste it. Victory. Have it in your athletic repertoire. Businesses also, just like sports, man, they're the same thing. Victory, launching a new product, having the most sales that you ever had in your company, saying, bringing in a new sales force and training them, and you've taken the company up to another level that no one even thought was even possible. And I can name 1,000 things in business that you can have victory in. Yeah, and it's just, but you have to work on it. Yeah, every day you got to get up. You got to have a positive thought. You got to think about winning. You got to think about getting things done. How can I use the best use of my time? All of those things in business will get you across that finish line. And then you can readjust, look, tweak, and then go do it again. And the more victories that you have, man, the better you feel. It's addicting. When you win games, or you win in business, or you win on the field, man, you just want to keep doing it. Because when you learn, it's not as fun. You either win or you learn. You never lose. You always learn. You learn when you win. You learn when you don't get that W. But the thing that's great about learning is you put up in the mindset, and when that hindrance comes in front of you, or that same team that you had never, hadn't beaten, hey, guess what? If you have that, hey, we have a big chance to get this done and get the W and get the victory, man, that just propels people to even work that much harder. So, get your kids to, or your teammate, your players, to buy into the system and buy into thinking about victory. You will, I always say, you play as you practice. Mindset. If you think about victory, 100%, 150% of the time, you're probably going to be more victorious. And that goes with business too. Like I said, business and sports are the same. Relationships. You want to have a great relationship? Think about victory. Victory to me is getting up in the morning, starting off with positive, making my bed, having a great start, going through my morning, having a good lunch, going through the afternoon, just staying positive all day. And when I go to bed, I go to bed with, victory in my mind. And then when I get up the next day, I most likely am going to be victorious the following day too. You want to be more victorious than you were yesterday, and you want to be more victorious tomorrow than you were today. That's called improving. Okay, that's called practice. That's called, becoming a master of that, of being victorious, and being, a victor. So, business, whether it's driving new revenue, creating a new sales team, opening up a new office or a new region, Victory. It's an awesome, man. And it's an action word. It makes you want to improve and get better day in and day out. Relationships. You want to have good relationships? You got to think about victory. Victory is having an awesome time, memories, you know, just, just, you never would have thought that you could be so happy, in a relationship. And listen, not every day's going to be peaches and cream. Some days are going to be better than others. But if you have the mindset of being victorious or being victory and having an awesome relationship, man, day in and day out, my wife and I, we've been together 34 years. Hey, not every day's been, victory, but I've always had it in my mind. Okay. And that's what you need to do. And communicate, be flexible, listen, don't make mountains out of molehills. Um, when you think you're going to say something, you grab that sock and stick it in your mouth because you don't want to say something that you can't take back or that's going to take you a long time or you're going to regret saying it. All right. Just, uh, just think about winning. Just think about being victorious, victory in relationships. And it's not just personal relationships. It's just, people that you just casually talk to. I mean, today I had to go to the dentist. I thought I was just going for a clean. I had to get one of my tooth knocked. My face is so sore. I got this little tooth taken out. And man, but you know what? I was talking to the doctor. I was talking to the assistant, and we're having. I picked up a couple of pointers and this and that, and they got some stuff for me. I always like picking up something for them, whether it's a 30-second conversation. I was only in that chair for about, well, probably half hour, and then they took lunch. I came back and they yanked the tooth out in 10 minutes. But the bottom line is, even that short amount of time, I picked up stuff that I put in my mindset, and they picked up stuff for me too. All right. So when you're in a personal relationship or just your casual communication, the people that you talk to every day, think about victory and take something from that, communication that you're having there. I'm telling you, it'll blow you away. You gotta have victory with your body. You gotta make sure that you give your body rest. Your body needs 6 to 8 hours. Your body works its ass off for you every day, every week, every month till you're not breathing. All right. And if you take care of your body, maintain it, feed it, ice the bumps and bruises, but most importantly, give it 6 to 8 hours of rest every day. Oh my God, you'll freak out. This was the year for David Corson and me to have I wanted to get 6 to 8 hours. I get about 6 to 6.5. I got up at 10 to 5 this morning. I had just had about 6 hours of sleep. I felt great. I went through the whole freaking day and I'm still up here now. I'm still working, you know, but, believe me, I'm gonna sleep like a baby tonight, but not on this side. This side I'm gonna sleep on. But yeah, victory with your body. Make sure that you take care of your body. Do whatever you can to make sure, because if you take care of your body, it will get up and be a thoroughbred for you every day. It's gonna want to work its better, but it knows if you train it that it's going to get its rest and it's going to work its tail up and get the reward of that 6 to 8 hours. So, if there's something in a 24-hour day that you want to work on being, having victory with, go for it and win and learn. All right. So that's my word, victory for the last day of Q3, September 30th, 2025, at about a little past 11 o'clock. Uh, and if listen, that's from the heart. Take it to the bank, put up your nod, use it for whenever you need it. If you work on victory every day, every week, every month for the remainder of the year, all the way to December 31st, you'll have 91 days of data on yourself. And all you have to do is basically, hey, download the diary app right here on your phone. It's actually 10 after 11. And dictate what you did, how you worked on, the word victory in business, personal, athletics, life, whatever you're doing during that day. But if you do that day in and day out, don't quit. You got to do it every day. But you do it all the way. You'll have 90 some odd days. And let me tell you, you will, you'll have an unbelievable, you'll have an unbelievable 90 days. And you can go back and look at all of those days. And you can do it, by video. You can download the diary app. You can do it running email or a notepad. But I'm telling you, you go back and look, it'll blow you away. I'm going on 2 years doing this. I'm a different person. So listen, I appreciate y'all out there. Uh, and have a great rest of, well, basically a little less than an hour. And it's gonna be a Wednesday hump day tomorrow. So listen, have a great day tomorrow. Have a great rest of the hour. If you're out west, you still got a couple more hours left to, have some victory if you haven't, gotten that, today. But listen, nothing like being, victorious. Man, it feels awesome to hold that thing and be a champion. And you should be a champion every day and be victorious. So listen, appreciate y'all out there. Be safe. Hey, take action. Keep your head on a swivel. Know what your surroundings are. See you later.